Welcome back to some Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear Danny, and shall we see what's going on our island of Fawnhollow today, this time with my microphone turned on. Close the window, even though it's kind of hot, but that's fine. Not recording for long today. Been too busy trying to sort out stuff. Have to make phone calls, send emails. Terrible. The worst possible thing, I know. But anyway, now let's relax with some Animal Crossing. And of course by relax I mean mercilessly hunt down the bugs and fish we're missing. Hello there everyone. Right now in Fawnhollow, it's 5:56 PM on Tuesday, August 4th, 2020. No need to speak of today. A variety show, stand-up comedians. We've already done a bit of stand-up comedians, I think. I guess we haven't really talked about variety shows. Well, I don't know, I guess in UK we got panel shows instead. Is that like the same thing? The only variety shows I know are like Japanese variety shows, and they're a little bit off the wall, so I'm not really sure if that counts, but... Okay, Nook Shopping. Mr. KK and Jolly Reds. Congratulations dear, something something something. I can't remember what we bought, but there we go. I keep forgetting to play at night, to be honest. I get too distracted. So the quest for the Blue Rose is going to be extremely slow, especially with me slacking a lot, but... I don't have any songs? Oh, I haven't opened it yet. Let's open this. I think these two presents have been sitting in my inventory for like the past 4 days or so. The fruits are probably a little bit stale now, but there we go. Oh! By Mr. KK it means like teacher KK. Because on the front cover it says KK Sensei. I see, that's why it's always school, everyone's in school uniform. I was like, alright, that's I don't know how I didn't put that together when I bought that. We got some more purple pansies. What do you think about fuchsia? Hey dear, I've kind of been thinking, maybe it's time I moved on, you know? Fawnhallow rocks, but I think I just want to try a new adventure. No, you should stick around, we haven't even got your portrait yet. Well, when you put it like that, I didn't know you cared that much. Maybe I just gotta cool my jets. I'm always uprooting on a whim. I should try settling for a while. Just remember, I gave you an out, you know? Alright, Fuchsia, you can't leave yet. Not until we get your portrait, and then I guess you can go. It'll be sad. Because I do like you a lot, Fuchsia. Excuse me. I was like, please pick up this weed. Who do we think our guest is for today? It's someone who wanders. We've already had CJ this week, and we've had Red. Could be Sahara, could be Flick, could be one of the Gulliver. Don't think there's anyone else. Not that I can think of. But we'll start off by donating this wistful painting, is it, that we have? Which I certainly hope is not one we've already donated. Because if it is... Don't tell me. Red came in with only one piece of valid artwork, and it was one we've already donated. Look how empty our art museum is. It's just, I didn't even realise we bought that one, to be honest. That's it there. Why would you do this to me, Red? I thought we were cousins. I can't believe you. I feel utterly betrayed. Oh well, until next week, I suppose, if he comes again. I really hope they do make Red a guaranteed visit, or something. Or allow more guests to visit each week, because all I'd imagine is, as time goes on, I guess it doesn't matter too much, but as time goes on, we're going to get a lot of potential weekly visitors, and we've only got 5 potential visitors each week, which is, you know, not a lot, if you really think about it. If we have like 15 potential visitors and only 5 each week, that means it could take up to like 3 weeks to see some of them. And for some of them it doesn't matter, like, I suppose Flick or CJ, you can always hoard up stuff. Are you large enough? You might be large enough. But then when it comes to Red, or maybe like Katrina or something, if she eventually becomes a visitor, it's going to be a big nuisance. It's a Ray. There we go. Yes, I got a Ray. A few more and I'll have a tan. Cross that off a list. And yeah, as soon as I felt the big vibrations... Oh, hello Gulliver. Oh, sorry, Gulliver. As soon as I felt the big vibrations, I just knew it. Also, Diana's reading up there. I think this is the first time we've ever seen a villager go up there. Come on, Gulliver, get up. Oh no, is it we had to talk to him? I can't remember. I always forget. What should we talk about today? I don't know. Should we talk more about Japanese game shows? Did you ever watch that old TV program called... Okay, well, actually, two of them came to mind, but the first one I thought of was the one called I Survived a Japanese Game Show, where they just like took a load of contestants from America, I guess, and put them on the most ridiculous Japanese game show ever. Like, I don't even think it was a legitimate Japanese game show, but it was just like based off the stereotypes of one or something. It was just insane. It was just like an insane obstacle course every single time. It doesn't really make any sense, but you know, it was very entertaining. Or at least I think it was entertaining. I remember it being entertaining. Maybe it's something which hasn't aged particularly well. It was quite a few years ago. I think we only did 2 seasons as well. Hello, Diana. Fancy seeing you here. I was just thinking how lovely it would be to see you, Nodoi. I love how you dropped by to chat with me, my dear. That's all it takes to make me think it'll be a good day. I mean, most of the day's gone already, Diana, so I'm sorry I didn't drop by earlier. But yeah, you know, whenever I get questions, just Google them. Just Google them. Google knows best. Why do I have so many tabs open? Gotta keep it minimized. Minimized? Minimal. Where did you go? There we go. Hold on. I survived a Japanese game show. There we go. 2 seasons. I got it right. I can't believe it wasn't more popular. What's that? Oh, I forgot. We're digging up things. So just walk back and forth, until we find something. There we go. There's one. Sweden apparently had their own version. So did Greece, and Japan had their own version. Cool. Let's see. Japanese game show match day. Oh yeah, that was a catchphrase they had throughout the entire thing. What's the word? The host just at like at the end, every time they cut like to a commercial break or something, they just go, hi, match day. I think he like slick his hand through his hair, and he's like, I can't show you the like my hand pose right now. I guess he's got his thumb and his middle and his index finger extended, sort of like a check me out, you know, like when people rap, they got that sort of hand pose. And I'm not really sure what it means. Well, I think I know. Match day means it's like an expression used to be like, really? If you were to translate it in English. I guess hi match day would be like, yes, really. Which is a bit of a weird catchphrase. Maybe it was actually based off an actual Japanese game show. Like a legitimate Japanese game show that they had in Japan. And they just sent people onto it. I don't know. I can't imagine that's actually the case. I'd imagine it's one they fabricated, you know, to get more wild things going on. Get more you know what I mean. Like get amp up the crazy factor. So then people are all like, ooh, what on earth's going on with this? These crazy Japanese game shows. You know? Does that make sense? Maybe that doesn't make sense. I don't know. Does that even count as a variety show? I don't know. Wait, did we learn this recipe? Or we already know this recipe. Okay. Well, I guess we'll put the work of art down here so we can donate it to good old Benedict's Island. Even though he doesn't really play. It's just me. Just there, only there. What? I've been ripped off. A manila clam? I don't want this nonsense. Give me computer chips. Sorry, communicator parts. Anyway, the other Japanese game show I was thinking of, Hole in the Wall. Or I think it was called Human Tetris in Japan or something. I don't know. And of course it was something that actually became westernized. It became localized. In the UK or was it in the US? Maybe both. I don't remember. This is not the way to go. I don't know. It wasn't as good in the UK, in the West, as it was in Japan. Maybe that's some inherent bias. I don't know. But if you don't know what it was, Human Tetris was basically... I'd be surprised if you hadn't heard of it, because it was very popular for a while. It was like... Let me think. This big like styrofoam wall came... Maybe it was in styrofoam or something like that. Came charging towards your contestant, who was sitting in front of like... Not sitting, standing in front of like a big pool of water. And the styrofoam has like a hole cut out of it. Sometimes it'd be like really simple, it'd be like a vertical line. Wait, ooh, God of his travails. Perennial lost one. Sometimes it'll be just like a really tiny circle or something in the ground, you know. And they had to, basically the aim of the game is to make a shape, contort their body in such a way that they make it through the hole in the wall, hence the name, and then also not break the wall. I think that might have been one of the regulations as well. I can't really remember. Either way, if I want to go on a game show, like a silly game show, that's definitely one I want to go on. That seems like so much fun. Probably a decent amount of physical exercise. It's probably really expensive to film as well, and I think about it. You'd have to build a different wall, like for every, like not just one different wall, like 10 different walls for every single episode. And then also, you can't reuse them. You can't replace them if they get broken, which they probably get broken on multiple cases. Tough out of love, but also tough out of luck is what I meant to say. Like, what do you do? The overhead costs on that must have been pretty crazy. Is that present there? We haven't shut down a present for ages. Why don't we actually do it? I just ignore them nowadays. But I guess I should do them for recipes and all that. What have you got for me? Starry Sands flooring. Well, that's why I don't do it. Apparently I already know all these recipes. What we got more importantly to do is try and find these bugs. Bugs and the one vampire squid, which I'm missing as a deep sea creature. So this is our thing. We'll walk up this way, walk back that way, and then once we get to the end, we'll do one swim for deep sea. Let's try and find a vampire squid, and then rinse and repeat. And I guess that's kind of what we'll be doing for a lot of these episodes, because I definitely don't want to miss out on my chance to get these bugs in August, especially if it's my only chance, you know. But yeah, Human Tetris, Japanese game show. And they always had different like rounds. Like the first round was just like the regular old round, just like, you know, mix shape, whatever. I don't know. We're gonna search some clips if you don't understand the rules. They're probably much better explaining than I am. It's very self-explanatory, I feel like. Just make a shape. And then like the second round was it like a duo round? No, the second round was like the gimmick round, where one team had to do it with like a special guest. Like sometimes the special guest would be like once it was a sumo wrestler, I think. Another time it was like an Olympic gymnast. Another time it was like a entire team of like, I can't remember, rugby players or something. It was very interesting. And then the other gimmick was like a deficit. Maybe it was like a captain's challenge. Now I think about it. Is that big enough? That might be big enough. I don't know if we can reach it from here though. Like a captain challenge might be like they're blindfolded and their team has to give them directions, or I can't remember. There were some others like they had to face the wall backwards and the team gave them directions again. Maybe that was it. Were there only 3 rounds? Oh, maybe one of the rounds was they had props as well. Maybe that was a separate round. I actually can't remember. It's something I never watched on TV. It was something I always watch on YouTube. I don't know if it's a softshell turtle. No, it's a black bass. The most metal of all fish. Yeah, Japanese game shows are pretty good. I know they do a lot of variety shows, especially with like their celebrities and stuff. That's a thing, right? Like AKB48 or whatever. I won't go into what. Oh no, that's my mistake. Get out of here. For a second I thought that was a golden stack and I was like, oh! It was not. Alas. That's a pretty big fish. But where will I get lasers? Excuse me, Audie? So Lily and me, we totally fought the other day about who has better fashion. I mean, it's me. Still, I want to make up. So I got Lily a Prezi, but I don't have, you know, the guts to deliver it. So, could you maybe do it for me? I'll do it. You should do it, Audie, but I'll also do it for you. It's amazing how many of these infights happens between villages, you know? But I suppose to their benefit, they make up and they get gifts. Can't complain about that system, can you? Anyway, I don't think what other Japanese game shows I've seen. I don't know, it's really hard to think of any. Just off the top of my head. What if I just search Japanese game show? Oh, you know what one I think of a no laughing game? Oh, Takeshi's Castle. How can I forget about that? Takeshi's Castle was fantastic. Basically most intense obstacle course I've ever seen. Silent Library? I think that might be it. That's the one where like a load of comedians have to basically not laugh, and if they do, they get like a punishment game or some sort. I don't know. There's a lot of famous clips out there about it. This from Ori? What could this be? Guess I just go ahead and open it. A basketball tank. Will the style look good on me? I don't know. Try it on. Okay, I will. Could you please turn the other way? So what do you think? Looks good. You really think so? I'm glad. It's really thoughtful of her to pick this up for me. Audie must be really sorry. It makes me sad to imagine her being down at all. I should wear this and talk things out with her. Dear, thank you for delivering this. I feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders. Did you notice I was wearing a tank before? I changed, but if you feel like that's something you'd wear, take mine. I guess we just upgraded your tank to a basketball tank? I don't even know who got you that tank, Lily, or when you got it, but you don't look that bad in a basketball tank, I think, so there we go. Yeah, Zagam, it's or maybe it's Silent Library, I can't remember. One where they can't, like, they're put into humorous situations, a load of comedians, but they can't laugh or say anything. I think that's everything right. It seems familiar when I talk about it. That's like a long ongoing one, I believe. AK Bingo, that's the one I was talking about with AKB48. They're like massive idol group or whatever, and they do challenges, I think. I don't really know. Why is Cardfight Vanguard on here? That's not a Japanese game show, that's an anime. Panel Quiz Attack. I don't know any of these. Maybe there aren't as many as I thought. I mean, there definitely are, but Google, you're kind of failing me here. I don't want top 10 WTF Japanese game shows, I just want most popular ones. Category Japanese game shows. Takeshi's Castle, Quiz Dollar Millionaire. I'd imagine that's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I'm just scrolling down seeing which of these I recognise, which is not a lot. Japanese variety show, there we go. Original stunts, musical performance, comedy skits and quiz contests. Japanese variety shows are predominantly made to be weird and extremely fast-paced for entertainment purposes. There we go. So I guess Japan's... they know what they're doing. They know how to get those clicks, those views. Can't blame them. If weird stuff is what gets people interested, then that's what gets people interested. And I won't lie, I also have a natural curiosity. If I see a very weird clip circulating on a Japanese game show, I'm going to click on it. I want to know what it's about. I want to be like, what could possibly be the context of this thumbnail? I couldn't think of a word. I guess it's not also just Japanese variety shows, there's the Korean one as well. I don't really know much about it. There's Running Man, right? I haven't seen any of those, so I don't really know. I think the only Korean variety show I've seen is the one with Jack Black on it, like the clip from it, where he had to sing like popular K-pop songs or something, and then they had to guess it. That was honestly really great. I've done that with some of my friends. You should do that if you ever have one particular area of musical knowledge that you're familiar with and it's foreign. Play that game with your friends. Get your friends to sing them and then you try and guess them from what they do. It's hilarious. Of course, that's a very specific situation, which I don't imagine applies to a lot of people. I guess you could do it with like video game music or something, if that's also something you're well versed in. Or any pop music if your friends aren't well versed in pop music like I am. But yeah, if you haven't seen that Jack Black clip, absolutely see it. Jack Black, absolute treasure. He knows how to be entertaining in a very inoffensive way as well. Ah, why do we get so many Gazami crabs? I don't need that many. I'm trying to think as well. Ooh, I could be more eel. Quick, quick, get out, get out, get out, get out. Catch it. Catch it, Kermit. Excuse me. Excuse me, eel. I would like your attention, please. You are going to be donated to my museum, whether you like it or not. Oh. Moray eel? Ribbon eel. Maybe moray eel is much more rarer than I thought it was going to be. Oh well, let's sell these items, why don't we? Keep a light inventory, so we don't get over encumbered. Which is not a mechanic in Animal Crossing, but I like to pretend it is. Controversy regarding game shows? What? The Japanese have elevated cruelty to an art form. That's bold. Oh, some of these Japanese game shows injuries even include spinal injuries. Okay, maybe that's not as bold as I thought. Okay, let's not sell that. Lily gave it to us. That'd be very rude. But we'll sell these things for 10,000 bells. What a profit. Well, actually, now I think about it, Takeshi's castle probably was ripe for injuries. You see some of the way that people might land or whatever in the show, and you're like, ooh. Which I guess is kind of why people watch it in the first place. I mean, I watched it when I was younger. I guess I didn't really have that much understanding of physical pain, you know. Your exposure is cartoons. So you see someone fall off a high rollers. They like land on their back and you're like, ha ha ha, it funny. But then you think about it a bit more. Or at least I'm thinking about it right now, I guess. Sort of being enlightened to my previous ways and be like, ah, that must have really hurt. And probably could have definitely given him a permanent injury. Not ideal for, well, any situation. Was that a rice grasshopper back there? Hold on. This might be one of the ones we need. That's not how you catch it. Don't. You're a migratory locust or you're a rice grasshopper? You're a rice grasshopper. I don't want you. Get out of here. Okay, anyway, catch a seal. Where did it go? Would I want to go on a Japanese game show? That is a good question. I feel like I'm not... You know, Japanese game shows are meant to be, like, comedy-based, right? And all that. I don't think I have a comedic know-how to maneuver my way through it, or a comedic genius to improvise with physical comedy, or anything like that. I think I'd be very boring. If I was on, it'd be like, oh, they're taking everything too seriously. Look at them actually trying to do the challenge given to us. Ridiculous. And I'll be like, oh, this is just not for me. Saying that I would go on Human Tetris, so if that was as an option. I don't think it goes on anymore, so very unlikely for that to happen. Not like I really had much chance in the first place, but you know what I meant. Like, I don't think I'd even go on a British panel show or anything like that. I don't have that comedic spark, you know, the comedic know-how that'd be suitable for those sort of shows. I'd be very boring. Maybe I should just stick with quiz shows, possibly. I'm not smart enough for quiz shows. Maybe I just won't go on TV. How about that? Is that an eel? That's not an eel. What if we just swim through you? Do you mind? I guess so. Oh, come on. There's one more bubble. I guess we'll grab this. And we'll have one more scan of our coconut trees. This one's not moving, so it's not promising. A scallop. Pascal? Hello, Pascal. Hey man, about that scallop of yours. Can I have it? Sure, here you go. What wise words of advice have you got for us today? Feel this. You might be the star of your own life, but everybody's hosting their own reality show, man. How very relevant. I guess we're talking about variety shows, not reality shows. Ah, same diff. guess they're kind of different the more I think about it. Alright, alright, alright. It's amazing what sort of concepts you can come up with, though, for Japanese game shows. Aren't they all kind of modifiers on the same formula of doing a quiz or doing an activity? I don't know. Maybe I should go seek some out, you know. Go seek out more entertainment for it. Go find out which ones are popular and watch them. So when I went to Japan, I didn't watch TV, obviously. So, well, maybe not obviously, but we didn't have a TV where we stayed. So I didn't get much of an option to. And if I did, it would only be like the news. Or something. I was too preoccupied. Was that an eel? That's not an eel. I'm just very distracted about thinking about Takeshi's Castle now. It does seem a little bit injury prone, don't you think? If you don't, I also think Takeshi Castle goes by another name called like MXC or something in America, but it was called Takeshi's Castle in England. It's still a good watch though, because not every single one of those events has to result in it's not the way to go. Physical pain or injury. Some of them just ended up with like you getting black paint on your face, which honestly I don't understand the concept of or why it was a thing, but you know, Japan, shrug. They know what they're doing. They got their formula all sorted out, probably. So yeah, Takeshi's Castle. How long has it been going on for? 133 episodes. That's not as many as I thought, to be honest. It aired between 1986 and 1990. Oh, it's old. Wow, I didn't realise it was that old. Why don't we donate a ray? What have you got to say about this one, Blathers, then? The ray is an unusually shaped fish with a flat body and a long tail, somewhat related to sharks. Seen from the bottom, the mouth on its stomach appears to be smiling, which is objectively adorable. But be cautious, unlike most cute animals, some rays are extremely venomous. Beware the smile. What a haunting thing to say. Beware the smile. Sounds like something you'd find in a horror movie or something. But anyway, why don't we round this episode off here? A bit early, but you know, I suppose a bit uneventful. I'll try and do some more bug hunting off camera so we can actually get some things to donate. Is this one we need? I have no idea where it went. So anyway, if you have been watching, thank you very much. This has been Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I've been Dear Darling. Any likes, comments and subscriptions are greatly appreciated, and I hope we can see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell, so until next time, bye bye for now.